My name is Kaitlin, and I'm a people analytics researcher in the Equity and Inclusion Lab. I got hired at Google in April of 2022, and I loved my job. I moved to Chicago. I was biking all up and down Lakeshore, enjoying time with my husband, feeling really good. I started noticing shortness of breath, back pain, chest pain, a cough that wouldn't go away. I went to 4 different doctors, all of whom told me that my symptoms were just coming from anxiety. I came to the office one day and I started coughing up blood. That same day, our VP of benefits sent an email out to all Googlers saying that there was a new health benefit that was being distributed where Googlers could get access to a telehealth doctor within minutes. I got connected to a telehealth doctor. She immediately took me seriously and she told me to go straight to the ER. They did a CAT scan and they found a grapefruit-sized mass growing in my chest. I got diagnosed with primary mediastinal non-Hodgkin's lymphoma on my birthday. My type of cancer is a very aggressive subtype of lymphoma. I asked my oncologist later of what could happen if I didn't do anything, or maybe if I waited longer, or maybe if I chose to not do chemo. And he told me that I would have had about 3 months to live. It required 5 days inpatient chemotherapy 24/7. And they would let me have 2 weeks off and then I would go back. And that happened over the course of 6 months. I called my manager on a Sunday and I told him that they were thinking that my cancer was lymphoma and that I likely would not come back to work. He told me not to worry about it at all, to just block out my calendar and focus on getting diagnosed and treated, and that he would take care of the rest. So I used Google's short-term leave benefit, which gave me nearly 100% of my pay for 6 months while I went through treatment. So it was such a help to me to know that I was going through a very costly and difficult cancer treatment, but I didn't have to worry about my finances and I didn't have to worry about my family. When I'm thinking about the possibility of my cancer coming back, I worry about my family and I worry about the people that I'm leaving behind. Another benefit that Google offers is a survivor income benefit. And that means that my partner would receive a portion of my income for many years if I were to pass. Something I learned from my cancer experience is that you never know when a critical illness like this is going to happen to you or a loved one. And that's why it's so important to prepare beforehand. I never thought I would have cancer. I don't think anyone does. I want people to know that the cancer survivors community is a vibrant and compassionate community that has so much to offer. About 40% of folks will be diagnosed with cancer or know someone who has been diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. So that means almost all of us will be affected by cancer. So we need to normalize this experience. We need to show that there is power and strength in being a cancer survivor, and that there is community out there. Looking back on this experience, I am so grateful I was hired at Google before I got diagnosed with cancer. Google's benefits made my cancer experience so much smoother and so much less stressful. As horrible a situation as cancer is, I'm so grateful that I had the financial, medical, and social support that I needed to get through that hard time. And now I'm on the other side, I'm in remission and able to engage with work again.